do they have more than 24 hours a day? I mean, no, we all have 24 hours a day, right? I mean, they don't have more time than us, right? You can make more money, but you can't make more time. But the thing is that they have decided at some point that they're going to get the most out of each day, and so they prioritize stuff. So just for today, I'd like for everyone to make just one action item you want to write next to spirit, finance, relationships, body, and mind. If you can just write one little action item that you can commit to doing today. First off, I want you to write down, time is your most important asset. Time is your most important asset. Now I'm going to read you old Steve Jobs quote here in the dark, so it could be completely wrong. Okay. Steve Jobs, this is what he said during his commencement address. When I was 17, I read a quote that went something like, if you live each day as if it were your last, someday you'll most certainly be right. It made an impression on me. And since then, for the past 33 years, I've looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm doing today? And whenever that answer has been no, for too many days in a row, I knew I needed to change something. Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important thing I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Because almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment, and all fear of failure, these things all just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. Remembering that you're going to be dead, that you're going to die, is the best way that I know to avoid the trap of thinking that you have something to lose. So, time is your most important asset. I just want you to write that down. You think about it. Like, you would not think about wasting money on stuff that doesn't work, right? I mean, if you went into Walmart and the TV was opened and it got returned, you know how they do that? Like, this item got returned, open box, it's a discount, and you're like, does it work? Nah, but it's half off. It didn't work, but it's half off. You would not think of buying that, right? But for some reason, you've got just a complete drag on your life person that calls you all the time and wants to hang out and do coffee, and they do nothing but complain, and they take you down, and they waste your time, and time is more important than money, right? So you got to learn to say no sometimes. You got to learn to say yes to certain things and no to certain things. Other thing, I've done some research for you today. Everybody that I've ever researched eventually will die. That's the tip for you here. Another tip I have for you is that time management equals life management. I mean, think about it. If you can just manage your time more efficiently, where you're able to save on a certain path, or you're able to manage your life, you're going to live longer, you have more extra money to do things, you're able to write Chick-fil-A rap videos, okay? And it's just very, very important that everybody here becomes a time management expert, because it's a life expert. That's all it is saying, I want to get as much out of my life as Oprah got out of hers, or gets out of hers. I want to get as much out of my life as, I'm not talking about financial success, I'm talking about just getting the goals knocked out. Does anybody here have a trip that you've always wanted to go on? Like a certain place you've always wanted to go see? Anybody want to volunteer? Where you in the back there, ma'am?
To Rome.
To Rome. Let's do another example. With the DJ company, I was like, you know what? By June, I'm going to have 6 weddings booked every Saturday, and I only had one DJ system. So I went ahead and I'm like, on faith, I'm just going to book the heck out of these weddings, and I don't even care if I have the gear or not, and I'll figure it out when I get there. So I started booking weddings, and seriously, I ended up buying equipment and getting it all like 30 days before the events happened. You know? But it's a deal where, like, I know there's an abundance of capital available. There's just a shortage of good ideas, and I know I'm going to figure it out. I just got to take the action step. So my whole thing is I would decide, like, when am I going to go to Rome by? Maybe it's 12 months from now, 16 months from now, you know? And then I start working backwards to go, well, how much do I have to save every week to get there?
You can start living a life of abundance and start pursuing your dreams right now. All you need to do is contrast where you want to be versus where you are. And we're going to teach you the action steps to get there starting right now.